viewers. This morning we have scheduled this vivid conference for our contract ID number 24MC 0013. This is for the construction of road slope protection structure, Paco-Roxas-Arakan Valley-Jct, Davao-Bukidnon Road, kilometer 1684 plus 820 to kilometer 1684 plus 892 Arakan, Cotabato. And the scheduled bidding of this project will be on August 27, 2024 at 9 o'clock in the morning. But before I will proceed, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our committee here. Starting from my left, we have our Vice Chairman, Engineer Jano Mandangan. We also have here Engineer Ernesto C. Camposano, Madam Jennifer C. Varias. We also have here our Secretary, Mamika Tambagan, together with the IT support group. We have here Sir Fahad. We also have here our Procurement Engineer, Engineer April Cristo. And representing the DPWH, we have Engineer Angie Villa. We also have here our Secretariat headed by our beautiful Manfe Ramos and together with Ms. Chato. This morning the topic will be, the avenue sana for any inquiry for our upcoming bidding, but however we do not have any interested bidder around. But I hope that you are doing online to listen in our discussion. And today our secretariat will be discussing about the basic contract data of this project, to include the description, the ABC, the duration, and the requirements of bidding documents, including the instruction to bidders, the general condition of contract, special conditions of contract, the specifications, and the bill of quantities and others. Also, what are the requirements during the bidding, and the documents to be submitted by our prospective bidders. Also, our secretariat will be discussing the financial and technical component of our bid and the criteria and procedure of our eligibility check. And I'm now giving the floor for further discussion of our secretariat. Okay.
Yes, good morning everyone, especially to our televiewers. We have here the documents to be included or in the envelopes. Okay. Rather first, before giving the documents for other component of the bid, we have already scheduled opening of bids for the contract item number 24MC 0013, the construction of road slope protection structure, Paco-Roxas-Arakan Valley-Jct, Davao-Bukidnon Road, kilometer 1684 plus 820 to kilometer 1684 plus 892 at Arakan, Cotabato, with the ABC amount of 96,500,000 pesos for 339 calendar days. The date of opening of bids will be on August 27, 2024 at exactly 9 a.m. So we will now go to the Documents for the technical and financial component of the bid. For the technical component of the bid, we have the updated certificate of futures registration membership. If not enrolled in the CWA, updated pickup license and registration, the statement of ongoing government and private contracts, the single largest completed contract, the FCC computation, and the statement of total assets and liabilities, the audited financial statement. If joint venture with special pickup license and joint venture agreement, if applicable, if already enrolled in the CWA, eligibility documents to be updated, if any, then we have the bid security, the project requirements as the organizational chart for the contract, the list of contractors, key personnel, the list of major equipment, the omnibus statement, and certification as to key personnel for the O-9 series of 2012. For the financial component of the bid, we have the bid form, the bid prices and the bill of quantities, the detailed estimates and the cash flow by quarter. Other reminders that certificate of futures registration shall be updated with the current and updated Class A eligibility documents covered by Section 8.5.2 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 984. It includes registration certificate, the mayor's business permit, the tax clearance, pickup license and registration, and the audited financial statements. If these documents are not updated, otherwise shall result in the automatic suspension of the validity of the certificate of platinum registration and membership as per GPPB Resolution number 15-2021. The bidder can edit, update, and generate updated certificate immediately. For the assigned key personnel of the contractor, that it is indicated under the bid data sheet of the bidding documents that he or she must be definite person assigned in the contract to be bid and at the same person holding its key position. The PRC ID and tax ID of the key personnel must be updated and clear copy. For GPPB Resolution number 16-2020, approving the circular and the guidelines in the preparation of the simplified bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and submission of the required forms for the procurement of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services with related amendments to the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184, that the omnibus term statement has 10 statements. DEO 36 series of 2015 dated March 11, 2015, disclosure of ongoing contracts by prospective bidders for DPWH infrastructure contracts. The bidder shall use the form DPWH-J, and this is already familiar with you because this is the statement of all its ongoing and completed government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid within the period provided in the bidding documents. Non-compliance to the provisions of this order shall make the concerned bidders liable to the penalties under Section 65.3 of RA 9184-IRR and to the administrative sanctions under Section 69 of RA 9184-IRR. DEO number 28 series of 2024 dated February 26, 2024. The three-strike policy in the procurement of contracts for infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts in order to establish a fair and transparent system for managing expenses committed by bidders in the procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services projects through public bidding, the DPWH hereby introduces an updated three-strike policy. This policy is aimed at enforcing adherence to the procurement guidelines stipulated under Section 69.1.I of the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of RA 994. Under this policy, if a bidder commits 3 offenses or acts described as all other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, they shall be subjected to an administrative penalty. These offenses or acts are further classified into 3 major categories as enumerated. 1. Withdrawal from the bid process, submission of non-participation letter, or failure to submit the bid after purchasing the bid documents. However, the Bid Numbers Committee recognizes certain valid reasons for these actions. 2. Submission of fake bids without valid reasons as determined by the BAC. Exceptions will be considered under extraordinary circumstances such as force majeure. This refers to unexpected and unavoidable external events that impede or prevent a bidder from timely bid submission as defined in Article 1174 of the Philippine Civil Code. And third, Submission of patently insufficient bid. This refers to a bid that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether bidder committed such an offense may occur as outlined: A. During eligibility screening and or shortlisting, B. During bid evaluation, and C. During post-qualification. Bidders are reminded to diligently review and scrutinize their documents to avoid any violations. For more details in this Department Order No. 28 Series of 2024, the strike policy, the procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services contracts, you can download a copy in the DPWH website. Department Order No. 87 Series of 2020, the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil works contracts. Department Order No. 11 Series of 2017, inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment in the technical component of the bid. Department Order No. 9 Series of 2012, the technical requirements for civil works projects for public bidding. Under item number 6, which states, if a proposed bid technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the time of the bidding, shall submit a certification. 1. The personnel will be called out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract, and 2. He or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualifications as certified by the head of the implementing office. Under item number 7, the bidder may propose a technical personnel who is not his employee, provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded a contract under B. The certification under item number 6 or 7 shall be included in the first envelope of a sealed bid. Department Order Number 118 Series of 2024, guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineers. This is the new one department order. In view of the full implementation and assigning only qualified and competent project engineers of the contractors and consultants in the implementing of DPWH projects, the guidelines on the accreditation and assignment of contractors and consultants project engineers are hereby prescribed. Section 3.0 of the said department order states that only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects subject to the following limits of assignment. For a classification of project engineer 2, the limits of assignment should be 10 contracts located within the same province for simultaneous assignments, each costing more than 150 million. For a classification of project engineer 1, the limits of assignment should be 11 contracts located within the same province for simultaneous assignments, each costing 100 million to 150 million. For a classification of professional project engineer, the limits of assignment should be 10 contracts located within the same province for simultaneous assignment, each costing less than 100 million. This order shall supersede Department Order Number 156 Series of 2023, Department Order Number 94 Series of 2020, and other issuances inconsistent herewith. This order shall takes effect immediately, approved by Secretary Manuel M. Bunuan last July 8, 2024. For Department Order Number 98 Series of 2016, the revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineer. To ensure that only qualified and competent materials engineer will be assigned by contractors and consultants to DPWH projects, despite the significant increase in the number of projects to be implemented by the department, these revised guidelines on the accreditation of contractors, consultants, materials engineers are hereby prescribed. Item number 5.0 of the said department order states that accredited materials engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects subject to the following limits of assignment. For materials engineer 1, one project costing not more than 150 million, or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million, or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 200 million. For materials engineer 2, 1 project, no cost limit, or 2 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 300 million, or 3 projects with an aggregate cost of not more than 250 million. Non-accredited materials engineers may be assigned to the 3 projects with an aggregate cost of 15 million or below. This order shall take effect immediately and supersedes the following issuances: Department Order Number 184 Series of 1999, Department Order Number 60 Series of 2003, and the Department Order Number 55 Series of 2012. The last, we have the memorandum dated March 6, 2023, issued by Secretary Manuel Esliman with the subject: reiteration of department policies, issuances, and the sale of bidding documents and enrollment in the civil works application prior bidding, particularly item number 1 that states, in accordance with the department's citizen charter and a numbered memorandum dated December 27, 2021, only the following documents are required from prospective bidders prior to the sale of bidding documents: A. Company ID or any government-issued ID. Then B. Authorization letter, if not authorized by as an officer in the CWA, special power of attorney for sole proprietorship or board partnership, joint venture resolution with secretary's certificate for corporation, partnership, joint venture, and the cooperative. This department orders is downloadable in the DPWH website and GPPB resolution in the GPPB website for full details, instructions, treated, and guidance for reference of the bidders. So those are the reminders and our assurances for our guide for our bidders. Dr. Chairman.
Thank you, Ma'am Secretariat, for that very informative discussion, explanation. For our televiewers, you have heard the lengthy explanation of our Secretariat regarding the upcoming bidding, the requirements, including some department issuances on the accredited materials and project engineers needed for the contract, and also the requirement on the purchase of the bidding documents. Our bidding documents cost 50,000 pesos, and that shall be the dropping will be on the morning of August 27 at 9 o'clock, after which the opening follows. So is there any more concern? Yes, sir.
What is our settlement we do? We submitted to the contractor in order for us to validate the DEO of the engineer, accreditation engineer,
the contractor must submit certificate of accreditation of the project engineer he will be using for the contract. And we will cross-check it with our department order if that certain engineer is truly in the list of our accredited project
what we try to
engineers.
do is get the engineer, technical personnel of the contractor. Natin malalaman.
A while ago, Madam Secretary was discussing the requirement of how to purchase the including the
About the legitimacy of the engagement of the engineer and the supervisor of the project, if he or she using the name of the accredited engineer.
procurement of
It will be scrutinized during post-qualification, sir.
Ang gusto mo dapat sabihin in order for them to makwalify natin DEO, this contractor using a name of the accredited project engineer. Paano natin
since our bidding is just with pass and fail criteria, maybe we can, tama yung sabi ni procurement, during the post-qualification, we will scrutinize the eligibility or the legitimacy of the hiring of such accredited project engineer.
for me, siguro, the required natin na they are to submit the appointment. Dapat may appointment na sila na siya is really employee na or na-engage sila.
Since we have not implied that to our bidding document,
Yes, included po doon sa sinasubmit ni contractor ang commitment doon. Notarized po yun, sir, na naka-engage kani siya na mga key personnel sa iyang firm. Isa po yun sa sinasubmit nila po.
during the bidding.
Yes, ma'am. Attached sa bidding documents po.
Another question. Ang na-mention kasi na during the technical personnel from the head personnel must not be person. If you have a manager, dapat hindi na ako ng position. But we have contractor na at the same time is owner,
The project engineer.
writer, technical project engineer. Especially na naatay contractor din na he is qualified as provisional project engineer and contractor. If sa case is parehas ako, what should be the number? Na dapat bilhin sila pa rin, di ba?
Yes, sir. We included that in our data sheet. Each key personnel should be different. Yung lahat ng mga key personnel may kanya-kanya dapat siya na function. So, hindi pwede na si project manager is project engineer din. Nakalagay po talaga, sir, sa data sheet, section 10.4. Refer na lang po doon.
So you have heard no, the additional informations, additional inquiry, additional discussions relative to the technical personnel of the contractor na wala talagang dual responsibility including the legitimacy of their appointment. So please be guided of the whatever in the bidding documents. Is there any more?
Yes, if we have some clarification, we can proceed to the procurement unit or other clarifications.
Tama po yun. According to the Vice Chairman, if you have still doubts, other inquiry, you can always visit our procurement unit for more information regarding the upcoming bidding. So is there any more? So hearing none, I now close this activity. Thank you all for watching and thank you for your participation in the discussion. Have a great day, everyone.
Sila